What's going on YouTube? It's Mr. Cars88 and I'm coming here today for discussion about Inzektors and what you guys think about them in this format. I've been playing the deck now for about 3 months and I've been testing out different builds on DN. This is the most recent build I've came up with. Here we have the standard Inzektor lineup: 3 Dragonfly, 3 Centipede, 3 Hornet, 2 Hopper, 2 Ladybug. 1 Gores, 1 Gigamanus. Well, obviously Gores is a part of the Inzektor lineup. Then we have 2 Effect Veilers, 2 Raikou. I like Raikou a lot. I like it better than Card Trooper for the main fact that it destroys something, blows something up, and you see it get the mill and possibly get that Hornet or Ladybug into the grave, and then go off from there into either blowing something up or going for a rank 5 or rank 4 or whatever you need. And then 1 Sangan, searchability, whether it be for a Hornet, a Raikou, Effect Veiler, or Ladybug. We run 2 Forbidden Lance. I really like Lance a lot. It lets my Inzektors go off no matter what. 1 Inzektor Zektahawk and 1 Inzektor Zekcalibur. I run the Zekcalibur and the Zektahawk instead of 2 Zekcalibur because sometimes, you know, just 800 boost isn't really enough, and plus the Zektahawk gives that 1000 boost, but also your opponent can activate spell and traps. Sometimes it turns out to be pretty useful, especially if you get a Manus in the mix. Potentially be a 3400 beater in direct attack. Can get you the game. Then we just have the normal staples: Monster Reborn, Foolish Burial, Triple MST, Heavy Storm, Dark Hole. For the traps, we have 2 Solemn Warning, 2 Torrential Tribute, Mirror Force, 2 Bottomless, 2 Call of the Haunted. I really think playing the 2 Call of the Haunted justifies me playing the 2 Torrential Tributes, especially with Heretics coming up on the scene. And then for the Exceeds, we have Inzektor Exabeetle, his brother Inzektor Exastag, lined up arsenals in Mayo. This is really useful against stall decks and burn decks of certain varieties. We have number 12 Crimson Shadow Armor Ninja, number 39 Utopia, wind up Zenmaines, Leviair the Sea Dragon, 2 Acid Golems, number 20 Giga Brilliant. For the Synchros, we have Bryonic, Catastor, Black Rose, Scrap Dragon, and Mistworm. Now, I really like this variant a lot. Has a lot of control and a lot of offense if need be. With just a 3 cards like a Dragonfly, Hornet, and Zekcalibur, I can get the OTK off pretty much by using Acid Golem and the Manus' effect, and get the 2 special summons from Fly, and then Giga Brilliant. Well, you all know. But you may have noticed I'm not running Judgment in the lineup, and that's because, well, really, I've been questioning if Judgment's really worth running this format. Now, I know a lot of people are confused by that, but the new rise of Heretics, especially on Dueling Network, whenever they get their rank 10 Exceed, and even without it, paying half your life points to stop something can really come back and hurt you with that type of deck. I've had it happen to me a million times, and I've tested using Solemn out on different things, and no matter what, they always seem to get around it. And sometimes in the Inzektors too, in the mirror match. So I really think this format, Solemn Judgment is a card that could possibly stay out of the main deck. And there's also some cards that I would like to maybe get your guys' opinion on. I mean, I've tried different variants of the decks and different builds, and these are some techs I've previously used in different builds, but I found some success with them, but not as much as I liked. Over here we have 3 Spirit Reapers, just to stall and sort of poke and bleed your opponent's hand dry. A 3rd Ladybug, just to get that first turn Exceed engine going. A 3rd Hopper, yet again just to get that first turn Exceed engine going, mostly for rank 3s though, or to possibly attack directly first turn if need be. A 2nd Manus. I've seen many decks, well not many, but some decks use 2 Giga Manas and pull off some crazy OTKs with it. I've tried it myself before, but I've also found mid to late game it can be very bad to use. Gen X Ally Birdman, just, what can I say, it's useful if they go Effect Veiler to your Dragonfly, your Centipede, or what have you. You just bounce it back, and then you can exceed into a rank 3, possibly a Leviair, and get something back that was banished, or just go into a Bryo and bounce something back to their hand or extra deck. Tragodia, I've tested this at 2, and I've really liked it. It's just in this new build I can't make room for it. I found that if you just drop a Tragodia on OTK decks especially, along with the Gores, running 3 OTK stoppers is really nifty. It allows you to do some tricks with Tragodia and your Inzektors by changing his level, or just taking something of theirs. Lure of Darkness, I used to main it in all my different variants of Inzektors, but I found that this new build just focusing on the win condition and protecting it, hence the reason why the Lances are in there, it sort of makes the deck run a little bit better. I'm not relying on just luck for my draws. Night Beam, I have tested this with 1 in the main, with 3 MSTs and heavy. I liked it. You know, having 5 back row removal for Inzektors is pretty good, considering we pretty much have monster control. But in this new build, I just can't seem to make room for it. Pot of Avarice, again, same reason. I tested it before. It was about 50-50 for me. Sometimes I would get it early game, or games would just drag out and there wouldn't be 5 monsters in the grave, and then I'd just get OTK'd. So it was another 50-50 choice for me. BLS, another 50-50. Especially if you're running 2 Veiler, which I'm running 2 Veiler and 2 Raikou. And mid to late game, he could be very useful, but early on the start of the game, whenever you're just pretty much depleted out of options, and you're pretty much saving him for that mid to late play, they usually have a counter for him. Zek Conversion, I really like this card a lot. I have 2 of them. I've tested these 2 out as well in the main deck. They did pretty well. I've actually had people rage quit because I've used this card to take their Photon Strike Bouncer or their Logia or something like that after I've used an Effect Veiler on it. Which I don't know why someone would attack the Logia after being Veilered, but oh well. Poduality, I used to main 2 to 3 usually. And yet again, I just found that running cards that focus on the win condition and protect it make the deck a whole lot better. And then of course we have the Solemn Judgment that I just discussed earlier. Like I said before, with Heretics on the rise and all these other OTK decks, paying half your life points can be a hefty price for something they're just going to get around next turn. And then a tech card I've been giving some thought to is Ojama Trio. For the simple reason it clutters up your opponent's field, and a lot of people aren't running tuners nowadays except for 6 Samurais, and they can't be tributed or exceed, or used for exceed material I should say. So that's pretty much free 3 targets that I could essentially blow up with my Inzektor monsters, deal damage to them, and then get a special summon from that and do the same thing, possibly causing 900 damage on top of the battle damage I'm going to do. So if you like, please just leave your suggestions down below in the comments section, and just let me know what you guys think. Well, that's it guys, thanks, bye.